Hey yo, what up, what up, what up? It's Lamech with Selah Sports TV back at you with another one. Oh man. So I gave this one a couple days, right? To gave myself a couple days to kind of talk about this, but um for those that don't know, Claressa Shields has come out and challenged Claressa Shields, who's a female boxer, probably the top name in female and women's boxing. Um, right alongside Katie Taylor, Amanda Serrano. She's up there, and I would probably, who knows, maybe she's over those women because she's still undefeated, maybe. But at the same time, she hasn't had nearly as many fights as those other women that I named. So it's really not. I don't really get into the ranking thing. The point is, she's very accomplished, very very good boxer, right? Um, but what she's done yet again is come out and challenged a male boxer, Keith Thurman, to a boxing match, right? Um, I I'm not really gonna I'm gonna try to get through this thing as quickly as I can, but I gotta say it really it's really annoying when these women, they in one breath they want to prop up their sport, which is women's boxing, but in the very next breath they're clout chasing men. It's like they always need men's attention, right? I thought they were like, if you want to show how feminist you are and show how strong you are, shouldn't you be independent? Shouldn't you be able to do what you do without men? But they always doing shit to get a man's attention at the end of the day. That's why I don't feed into that bullshit. Right? Look at this stone face hard meathead chick, man. Like, the shit is getting pretty outrageous with what's happening. All this woke shit. All this woke stuff that's going on, right? And I already know this video, I'm just gonna throw it out there. This is not the type of video that's gonna this is not the type of video that's gonna go viral, right? It's not. So I encourage you guys to like, share, subscribe, but mostly share the video and hit that like button. That's what's gonna get it some traction. Also, I want to throw out there that this video is more geared toward my young subscribers, my younger men out there, subscribers. Those, you guys who are around my age. I'm in my 40s, right? I'm in my late 40s, right? You guys that are around my age, you really already know. Some of you know, and you don't play a part in the bullshit, and some of you know and act like complete simps, but most of you know. So this isn't geared toward you guys. This is geared toward my the younger crowd, right? Because you guys still have time to work on a solution, right? And I'm right there with you. I'm right there with you. So let's get to it, brothers. So yeah, I mean, again, she called out Keith Thurman, and it's like, why Keith Thurman? Well, the reason why she called out Keith Thurman is because it's always the nice guy that has his balls. Like these women, they always want to. Let me say this correctly. These women, they always want to go after the nice man, the nice guy's balls, and clip his balls off, right? She knew that Terrence Crawford ain't for that, right? Terrence Crawford's a good guy, right? But Terrence Crawford he don't play these types of games. So if you get in the ring with him and you start hitting him, who knows what's going to happen. But hey, you're a 2-time undisputed champion, and so is he. Wouldn't that be the bigger statement? Wouldn't that be the biggest statement? See, the reason why she called out Keith Thurman is because he's safe. right? She knows he's not gonna go into killer mode no matter what she does. And you've seen the same thing. This isn't exclusive to Claressa Shields. You've seen the same thing on a much lesser scale. You know, women talking shit to a guy. I'll beat your ass. I'll slap the shit out of you. Probably even doing it, right? Putting her hands on the dude, slapping him, yanking him up by his shirt, dragging him around, disrespect, just very disrespectful, right? But the moment he defends himself, he gets police called, right? We've all heard of this phenomenon before. Right? It's like they want to be men until it's time to be a man, and then it's call the authorities. That's what these bitches do. Bullies, in other words. Bullies. That's what she's doing. That's what she's doing. It's like, I can challenge you. She knows she's a woman. She's going after this guy's nuts. A married man at that, right? Calling out this guy. Not saying that, maybe she don't care about his marital status, but you're going after this guy. You pick him out of everybody to go after, right? And if he decides to really box, she knows he loses either way. These women know what they're doing. They know what the fuck they're doing. I'm slightly disappointed that Keith Thurman entertained this. In my heart of hearts, my first thought was like, yeah, man, take the fight and knock her fucking head off, right? Because I'm sick of this shit. But then when I thought about it more, I'm like, nah, he literally can't do this. He can't do it. Not now. Like maybe if he was like retired already and, in his 50s or something like that, maybe then. But like he can't do this now. As an active fighter, he can't do it. Because one or two things is going to happen. He's going to take the fight and let her win, which would be the worst thing he could do. That's the worst option. Let her win. Then she emboldens herself. I beat Keith Thurman. I beat Keith Thurman. Right? And his profile goes down. When the whole thing was a fucking clout chase. So you basically let this individual call you out, drag you into a situation that you didn't ask for, and you got to let her win too. Because if you don't, let's say you land a body shot by mistake and she takes a knee and can't. Let's say something real happens, because that's real shit. The shit she talking about is some bullshit. But in real life, this guy land one good body shot, she's going to take a knee and not get up. And it could fuck with her career going forward. One good body shot. And then what's the narrative going to be? Keith Thurman, the woman beater. Keith Thurman this, Keith Thurman that. When this guy got a wife who's never complained of him being a woman beater. Like he's literally a nice guy. That's why it's really, really, like that nice guy shit is very hard. Very hard in this society. We're going to get into it. But, like, a big problem is that we accept these types of women. These types of women that think they're so, they think they're hard. They want to be so hard. They want to be so cold, right? They want to, like, that resting bitch face, you got to get that shit away from me. That don't, that don't work for me. But so many men have accepted this shit. And it's emboldened these women. Frankly. Look at this shit. Look at this shit, bruh. This is what's passing as a woman these days. Not only a woman, a strong black woman. And I don't want no woman that describes herself as strong. I don't want no strong black woman. I don't want no strong white woman. I don't want no strong woman. Now, let me fix that. She can be strong, right? But if she describes herself as that, like if she's hanging her hat on being strong, what you got there is a masculine woman. So let me fix what I said. Like, women have a different type of strength. The strength that a woman exudes should be different than the strength that a man exudes. And by should be, I mean to keep the society going, to keep the culture thriving. That's what I mean by should be. Like, once you start seeing this type of shit, the culture is pretty much dead, dying. It's on its way out. When this shit gets promoted within your culture is pretty much dead. That's the facts. This is straight masculinity, bruh. I gotta get that. This is masculinity. And I know a lot of you young guys probably like, damn, Lamech, how you gonna say that's masculine? Look at them titties though. Them titties though. Right? Them titties though, Lamech. I don't know about this one, Lamech. Like, how is that masculine? Because you guys are not looking at the spirit behind this shit. Does that look like the image of a woman? Is that what a lady looks like? No, it's not. You know what that is? She's a female, but her energy is extremely masculine. It's almost like a hood nigga. Right? Big gold chain, like all of that shit. Chest out, tats, neck tats. Like, the shit's it's trash. It's masculine. This is masculine. I'm not telling you what to do. I'm not telling you who you can be attracted to. Hey, look, brother, if you're attracted to this, cool. I can't tell you not to be. But what I can say in full confidence is you are attracted to masculine women. Period. If you're attracted to this, if you think that's sexy, if you think that's attractive, like if you see a woman like this and want to wife that, you like masculine women. Life goes on, right? But yeah, that's the facts. Like, look at homeboy. Like, everything is being switched. They look the same as far as the style. That's what's happening. Everything's being switched. Men are becoming way more feminine, and women are becoming more masculine. And on another note, just talking about this thing here, you really don't even know what that is. And I mean, you legit seriously don't know what that is. That's why I don't get into it, bro. Like, I don't get into women like that. You don't know what that is. She's clearly had some work done, right? He, whatever the fuck, clearly had some fucking work done. And I keep hearing this Young Thug shit. I keep hearing this Young Thug thing, right? Voice don't sound the most feminine. Like, this thing is so made up, you have no idea what that is. So you playing with fire, fucking with shit like that. But we're, in this country, we're the only ones to tolerate this shit. We're the only ones that tolerate characters like this, man. The only ones in the Western world, I mean. I don't mean America. I just mean Western world in general. But America is catching the most of it because they promoting this shit like crazy over here. This is stupid shit. This stupid shit. Other countries, not so much. You could be attracted to women of other countries. You could not be attracted to them. But one thing about them, they're women. They are women, right? They don't tolerate that shit over there. It's socially unacceptable for women to behave. How do I? It's unacceptable for women to be challenging men. It's unacceptable for women to be uh, trying to clip guys' nuts off, basically. Unacceptable. Why? Because it hurts the culture. And you got a lot of leftists who gonna hear what I'm saying. Oh, sensitive men, sensitive. Oh, okay, whatever. I mean, shit like that, you can't feed into that. And then you look at the people who say that shit, and it's like their shit is always in shambles, right? The biggest hoes, the weakest, most defenseless men say shit like that, right? It takes a strong person to speak up. It takes a weak person to sit there and swallow whatever the mainstream media pushes down your fucking throat. That's pause. That's weird. Other nations don't tolerate that shit. You don't get away with that. Women have to be women, and men got to be men. Right? Now, I don't know what people are doing behind closed doors. That's why I say it's socially accepted. I'm not ignorant. Like, you think there's no gay people in these countries? I'm sure there is. I'm sure there are gay people in these countries. But I'm just talking about social acceptance. What's being promoted by a government. Other nations, they don't tolerate what we tolerate. See, when we look at these other nations men, other nations women, the men, we could see how good a job the men have done. Right? That's how it's supposed to be. Your woman is supposed to be a reflection of you, not a physical reflection. Let's not get weird, right? But she's supposed to brighten the room for you. She's supposed to be like, she's supposed to light up the room for you. And it's not it's not about skin color. See, it's not about skin color, because you can go to any country in Africa and it's not tolerated there either. It's not about skin color. It's about culture. It's about culture. It's about what other nations tolerate, and what about what other nations don't tolerate, excuse me, and about this fucking bullshit that we tolerate. It's all about the ideology. You got people like this, professors and school teachers and shit. I don't know who this person is, but yeah. It's always these people like this pushing these weird ideologies. And then you end up wifed up with Waldo over here. Everything starts with the mindset. Back to Claressa Shields. Now, she had a pretty good fight with Savannah Marshall. I thought she won that fight unanimously. I thought she just did enough in each round. She fought the perfect fight for her, right? She did enough on the inside to outwork Savannah Marshall. That's exactly what she did. She outworked her. At the same time, this fight was very close, and it got very nip and tuck at certain moments. It was definitely close enough for a rematch. I thought the fight did well. It sold well. They made good money. It was over there in the UK because people actually like Savannah Marshall in the UK. That's why the fight did well. They like her. People don't like her. Why am I bringing that up? Because Savannah Marshall wanted a rematch. The fight was definitely good enough to get a rematch. Nothing like what we saw this past weekend, right? Nothing like that. Nobody got stopped. Nobody really got hurt. And if somebody did get hurt, it wasn't Savannah Marshall. But Claressa Shields bit down on a gum shield and won that fight, fair and square. All props to her. But she wasn't interested in the rematch with Savannah Marshall. She wasn't interested in that. Yeah, she said she would do the rematch, and if she would do a rematch in America, which is a non-starter because people don't like her in America. Right? Everybody knows that. So she knew that would be a non-starter. That would be a way to kind of get out of the fight. Like, if they're going to fight, it has to be in the UK because that's where they can make the money. She doesn't have a United States-based promoter. She doesn't have that. So her saying that is basically ducking, okay? Basically ducking. Before that, we saw she was over there in the cage, over there in the PFL league. And as you can see here, getting her ass handed to her by another woman. Right? Lost this fight. She lost. Got her ass handed to her by this woman here. It happens. My point is, there's women that she could be challenging. Why didn't she circle the block and try to get some get back for this? Because it's always about men. Always need some man's attention. Claim to be so fucking strong, but you always need validation from a man. It always comes back to that. Right? There's nothing wrong with women seeking a man's validation. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong on that. There's nothing, absolutely, let me say that again. Absolutely nothing wrong with a woman seeking a man's validation. I think and to some extent, the other way around as well, right? To some extent. But for men to be leaders, that's the way it kind of needs to be. The problem is, they talk out of both sides of their mouth. We don't need men. I don't need no man. But you constantly seeking out a man's attention in one way or another. It could be a bitch in your life that's just completely getting on your nerve. An ex just doing little shit trying to poke the bear. Just trying to get on your nerves. That's her still trying to get attention. For whatever reason, she still wants some attention from you. That's all. She might not want sex. She might not want nothing. She might not want to hang out. She just wants your attention. Needs it. But they can't be honest and say that, right? They got to put on these airs like, no, we can do anything a man can do. Shut the fuck up. So then we get stuck with shit like this. Resting bitch face, stone face ass Joe Rockhead hoes. Nah, man. Nah. You young brothers, what you do is you leave women like this alone, okay? Let them figure it out on their own. Let them figure it out on their own. Let the simps have them. Trust me. Trust me. And when I say trust me, bro. These combative women that's always trying to knock you down, always trying to clip your nuts off. Don't try to correct them. That's a waste of time. They were raised to be that way, right? Get the fuck away from them. Get away. Get around women that you can build with. If you like women, if you like feminine women, if you like this type of shit, go for it. Knock yourself out. But this video ain't really for you, per se, right? But no, ain't no hate, whatever. Hey, but if you like the video, shit, go ahead and punch that like button one time. Peace.